has come to upstate New York. Fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From the 10. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
At the 22-yard line.
Now Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. In motion, Hill. On third down, Jackson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Metcalf. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing now is Allen. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
Trying to build on that opening drive touchdown, but the drive stalls out. And then you get the missed field goal here, so they wind up with nothing to show from drive number 2.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are... Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. Oh, look at that. And the Bills are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Bills hit 2-3 here to begin the new season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Allen off the play fake. And it's caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Metcalf. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Right back to him on first down. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 26.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Faulkner down at the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down now, Faulkner. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Jackson now. Over the middle, complete. It's Connor. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try the left side. Faulkner. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And he is out of bounds here. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a third and goal situation. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Third down, Faulkner. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the second quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So first and goal quickly turns into fourth and goal, and then fourth and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker, has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now 21-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Now a give, right side. Faulkner, and he'll get it out to midfield. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
On 2nd down, Faulkner. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. On the move to his left. And going deep for Hill.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Metcalf. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On play action, Allen. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are able to add on to their first half lead. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 35. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Faulkner. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is third and goal. Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Allen will try again on second down. Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And this one is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Allen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
Now Allen again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you, and that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try the left side. Faulkner. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now a give right side. Metcalf. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On second down now, Metcalf. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Allen going to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game. Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 10. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And it won't be a pick six, but he will have his guys set up at the 2-yard line.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job one, paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
And they'll run again.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Bills have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They go play action with Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. And going deep for Hill. They've got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run the counter. Faulkner.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
On 1st down, Faulkner. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins are able to claw one back. So that's now 10 touchdowns for him on the year. He's into double figures, and we're not even to the halfway point of the season yet.
Partner, doesn't this speak to how well he works with this offensive line? They know he doesn't need a giant alley to run through. He just needs a little seam. And
my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. He's at the 50.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2. And instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly. And getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
On 2nd and 10, Allen toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give right side. Metcalf. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To the air, Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Now Allen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10.
Here's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Again, they'll throw with Allen.
Getting the football to Davis on an out route.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
And some room to work. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
62 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Faulkner. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll try the left side. Faulkner. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Buying time to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 33 yards that time.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Steps away toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. In motion, Hill. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. From the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And this game just illustrates how important home field really is. On paper, didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll become one of the big surprises of the weekend.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
This offense so far on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Allen now looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.
And this returnable for Hill. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And it'll be Dolphin football.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And now here's another interception.
Picked by Kenneth Murray.
That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1.
There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run the counter. Metcalf. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, they're